And I am live. Hello, my boos, my loves, my friends, my family. How is everyone on this glorious Sunday? Well, now afternoon. I am on location right now at an amazing place. I've been wanting to get here for quite a while, and since it's actually on my way back home from the Madison Seminary, I figured I might as well come and stop and take a look at it and show you guys around too. Now, at one point, we will have to drive in the car, just kind of like I did at Chancellorsville. So just bear with me. This is a pretty large complex with buildings spread throughout the property. Um, I'm actually standing in front of one of the buildings right now. Unfortunately, I'm not really seeing many markings on what it is. But just so you guys know, I am at the Molly Stark Sanitorium. Now, for those who don't know, the state of Ohio actually had 25 tuberculosis hospitals that were opened to help patients during the time when there was no treatment or medications, that they had the facilities for tuberculosis. So, Molly Stark was actually opened for strictly tuberculosis treatment.
Somebody just walked up behind me. I turned around and there's no one there.
Did you hear somebody walk up behind you?
Yeah.
My son's with me, and he just told me that just gave me I don't know if you guys can see. I got chills.
Like right behind me.
Right behind. Somebody just walked up behind you, and there's nobody. Guys, it's day. I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see. You can tell that somebody's broken into. They've been trying to get in. People have gotten in, but there's nobody where we're at with us. We just had a couple walk by, but that was a few minutes ago. Hey, Chris, how are you? So, I'm gonna flip the camera so you guys can get a first person perspective. I keep forgetting to do that. All right. So, where were you standing?
I was standing right here, and then it was
Did you hear the footsteps?
it was like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool. Right in the middle of the daytime, guys. So, okay, I believe, but I am not 100% sure that this, because there was four. Here, let me see your phone. I want to make sure I got my information correct. I always like to verify. Crap, I just locked it. I always like to make sure I'm giving the right numbers and dates. I don't like giving incorrect information. Okay, so there was. All right. Okay, so on this property, guys, there was the nurse's home, which I'm thinking this is either the nurse's home or the super. Yeah, I'm wondering if this is the nurse's residence. Because there was the nurse's home, a supervisor's home, a children's hospital, and a power plant. There's also 1,200 feet of underground tunneling connecting the buildings on the hospital grounds. And just so you know, this hospital which the hospital is actually over there. We're going to walk over to it. It was opened in 1929. So that was right in the Depression during the Great Recession. So now, just so you know, um, the hospital was actually officially closed in 1995. In 1975, there was a huge surge of staff that ended up resigning, and there was a huge financial decline. Here, will you hold this, please? Thank you. So with all of that said, it eventually just kind of snowballed to when it closed. See, you can see here that somebody tried to break in. I tried to take a look, but it's basically the ceiling's all just coming down. It's pretty gnarly. So I wasn't able to find, but look at the architecture on this building, you guys. Hey, Kevin, how are you? All right, we're going to hope and pray for no snakes, no big spiders, no poison ivy. So these are the main doors. We're going to take a walk around. But Like, this place is just. Now, this is just one of the buildings here, you guys. Mind you. Now, what they did is this property, because it fell into decline, it ended up going up for sale, and it sold for $1. $1, guys. Oh, look, you could even. Here. Now, I will not be entering any of these buildings. I don't. But here is a first-hand look inside. Oh my god, it stinks so bad. So that's just through the window. You can see where it's all just horrible. Like, it's just. But look at, like, it's got like the mosaic tiles. I can't remember the term for what they are. So here's a door right there. But this is now actually a park, you guys. So you can come and hang out. You can have lunch, do a picnic. This is, the buildings are not, there's a little, is that door open? That door is open. Here, let's take a peek in this door. I am not going inside. Well, it's not technically open, but you can see somebody made it open. So here's this building. I'm wondering if this was if this wasn't the nurses, I'm wondering if this was the children's. I'm not, like I said, I have not been able to find any markers for this building in particular. Hey, Chris, how are you? I got Chris Saunders. I'm tired, guys. I've been mispronouncing stuff all day, so if I screw up your name, don't hate me. Today, officially, I am now hitting 2 weeks and 2 days on my road trip. So, now I'm not gonna lie, I would like to get in there. I would like to look around, but in no way, shape, or form am I gonna do that. And I do not suggest anybody do that either. I might be having to flip my camera around. Okay, now we're walking up to the main hospital. You guys, this thing is amazing. The architecture is just gorgeous. Now, there are people here. So, like I said, it is a public park. So I will have to be careful with my camera angles, as usual. But you guys, I don't, like, this place just really, yeah, well, Jen, from what, I want to come in here too. I'm not going to lie. And I don't know, Jen, if you just jumped on, when we were standing outside of this building back here, my son Alex, I think you met him yesterday. I can't remember if you got to meet Alex or not, but Alex had somebody like walk up on him on the sidewalk, and there was nobody there. But guys, can you see the architecture on this? So this is the main hospital. This was the main center for tuberculosis. Now, by 1956 or 57 is when the east and the west wings and the kitchen was completed on this. Mind you, this did open in 1929 and it closed in 1996. From what I've read, the hospital does get patrolled. I don't know about security or anything. Can you guys see the arches? Like, it's gorgeous. Like, this place is just beautiful. And can I tell you how much I hate people? Like, why would you have to go and break windows, you guys? Why do you gotta go and leave tags? Like, there's tags up there. Like right in between, there's like a walkway and there's a beautiful arch, and somebody tagged it. Like, what's the point in all that? I just don't understand the stupidity of people sometimes. And the fact that, I mean, this could be, there's so much that could be done with this property. The fact that it sold for $1, $1, you guys, is what it sold for. Yeah, that's what Adam was actually talking about that yesterday too. Oh, see, you can see where somebody's cut through the fence. Now I am keeping my distance. Like, I mean, it is a public park. Somebody's cut through there too. But what do they have that? Yeah, see, somebody's totally cut through here. It looks like they tried to, yeah, look, they tried to wrap this one back up, but they cut that off. Okay, so there's the hauntings. People, okay, so the hauntings with this. There's reports of, you can see people in the windows. You can still hear the screams of the patients. Remember, this was a tuberculosis hospital, and tuberculosis was basically the kiss of death. There was no cure for it until the mid to late 50s, for those who do not know. So here's the back end of this wing. And they've got like trails. It's really, it's actually quite beautiful back here. There's, you can see like where parts of the ceiling are falling down right there. Like that's ventilation. You got concrete that's literally gone through the window right here. Oh yeah, Jen, this place, like you can feel it. Like I don't know if you guys can see, I've got goosebumps. Like I'm literally chilled just standing over here. Like you can see perfectly, like up. I wish I could zoom with this, with StreamYard. But yeah, look, the concrete has come right through the window there. Let's see, can we walk this way? Let me see if I can get out a little bit better. Okay, so you can see how the wing, yeah, we can walk around. The wing branches off. You can see where somebody's broke a hole through the plywood down here to get into the first floor. Hey Vince, how are you? Don't be a girl. Man, you know that. You guys stop, Vince. You know I don't back down from challenges. There's holes cut all through this damn fence. Oh my god. Okay, they actually repaired this side with chicken fencing. Like, what the hell? Oh no, it's not. It just looked like it from afar. So this part, they actually, like, did fix it with fence of some sort. I'm not a handy person, you guys. I don't know the technical term. Yeah, like, you can see, like, the cabinets up in that window. This is like an urbexer's dream right here. My god. This is gorgeous. Like, the arches. Whoa. Are just so pretty. If there's one thing you gotta give it to, like, with the 1920s, is the way that they did the architecture is just mind-blowing to me. Somebody threw a damn cabinet out the window. Oh. So I'm not sure where the power plant is located. I know that there's more buildings down this way, I believe. And for those of you who are just joining right now, I'm at the Molly Stark Sanitorium in Louisville, Ohio. It was opened in 1929, closed in 1996. In 1975 started the decline of the hospital. In 1975, they had a mass resignation of staff, and that's when the hospital started going into financial crisis, leading to the closure of the facility by 1996. So not only do you still see patients in the windows, there's staff that has been reportedly seen. There's the moans of the patients that are in pain. Of course, objects are moving. And see right here, I'm believing over here would be the power plant for, because it had 4 buildings. It had the main hospital, it had the nurse's home, the supervisor's home. Wait, 5. Hospital, nurse's home, supervisor's home, power plant, children's hospital. So, how do I get back to, because I know that there's more on the property than those 2 buildings. I passed them. This is where we might have to go for a ride, you guys, to get to the other stuff. All the good stuffs. And again, for those who did not know, Ohio had a total of 25 tuberculosis hospitals built within the state. And if you do not know about tuberculosis, and the treatments that were involved, they were absolutely horrendous. A lot of times there was no anesthesia given. It was trial and error, hoping and praying that one of the things that they did would work. They would remove lungs from patients. Okay, here. There's another building over here. Yeah, Chris, what I always do is when I get done with my lives, I always walk back through and take still shots so I can post them across all social platforms, but then also so I can go back through them as well to make sure that there's nothing that I missed. And especially since my son had something run up on him. Now this might actually be a real working facility. I don't know if this is on the same, but it has the same entrance. But with all the cars in the lot, I'm thinking that this is something, yeah, this is something different. But yeah, like Chris, I'll always take stills, go back through them. I definitely want to go back to the first building that we were at since Alex had something run up on him on the sidewalk. Now, I know there's more. Or at least from what I was told, there was more. But we'll go ahead and we'll walk around the front. I put my shorts under there. I might have to put my jeans on because I feel like there's something back there. Now the front of this is just, I know I've been saying it for the full building, but it's gorgeous. It's got like an Italian villa feel to it. Man, people have just ripped this fence just the hell and back. And I seriously don't understand why people always have to come through and destroy. Like, is the goal to seriously knock out every window on the damn second? I mean, evidently they did the first floor. Yeah, I want to know what came up on like that. That was real interesting, because you don't hear much of people getting run up on a sidewalk outside of a building, especially during broad daylight. I don't know many people that has happened to. Like the arches, like they've got them incorporated throughout the building, like here on the back. So this would be your main entrance. Now I know that they got a couple, because they do have walking trails around here. I want to see if this placard though talks about the hospital. You would think with all the walking I did all over Madison Seminary the past 2 days that I'd be content to just go home. But here I am trekking around a sanatorium in Louisville, Ohio, guys. All right, let's see what this says. Okay. Yep, this is for the hospital. And this is the same. Okay. So it says here, did you know Molly Stark Sanatorium is named in honor of the wife of General John Stark, for whom Stark County is named. Molly Stark was known for her kindness and compassionate care to soldiers during the Revolutionary War. Stark Parks offer guided tours of Molly Stark's grounds for visitors to discover more about this popular park. So you can go to starkparks.com if you want to look at doing a guided tour. All right, and so like right here, it actually talks about the Spanish Revival. Yeah, right here. The type of architecture, like look at the detailing that they had on this. And then there we go. So I know that this is from all reports that I've heard. I'm gonna flip the camera back around, guys. Okay. So, from all reports that I've heard, that I've read, people have firsthand told me from them being here, the paranormal activity is off the charts. This is kind of like an untapped source. To see it fenced off and rotting away, the potential is unreal what they could do with this. I mean, why are we letting something of historical importance literally rot in the middle of a city park? Is beyond me. This is something that I feel should be preserved. You could do historical tours. The paranormal would make sure that this is funded. You know, if there's one thing the paranormal field is good for, it's taking care of structures like this, making sure that structures like this are saved, making sure that they're not abandoned, but that they're loved. You know, the paranormal field is great for letting these spirits that are still here know they're not forgotten, that they're loved and they're appreciated. And like, just walking the grounds, like you can feel stuff with you. It's hot. I got a black shirt on, you guys. It's hot. I'm walking out in the sun. It's hot. And I'm chilled. Like chilled to the bone. Like my legs are freezing right now. It feels like something literally has wrapped around my legs. And I'm walking like nowhere near. Like I'm literally in between the hospital and then the first building that I started at. So yeah, Mike, I've had people send me pictures of Seaside telling me I've actually had with this road trip that I just did up the East Coast. I think I had like 5 people reach out to me asking if I would be going there. I didn't make it. I did not have time. But there's always a but. Do you guys realize that? I always have a but. Good butts though. Okay, that does not sound right. So here's the deal. I am actually trying to figure something out for the last week, I believe, of October or sooner, so I can hit New England. I've had some places generously and lovingly suggested to me to go, hey, Kaylee, how are you, sweetheart? Not going in. Found. Yeah, power plant. Totally wide open, you guys. That was interesting. I parked right next to it. Didn't realize the door was open. I didn't see the door open. Huh? Did you watch the door open? I'm parked. Look, I'm parked. There's my son in the car. That wasn't open when we parked here. I can tell you that much. And I've only seen like 2 other people walk by. Cause I'm live and people know where I'm at. I'm not dumb, people. Okay. Don't do anything stupid. He's 19. I know he looks up to a few of you guys in the paranormal field that are friends of mine. So, but it's interesting because let me show you the outside of this building. I didn't think that this was anything really important. Flip the camera. So I really didn't think that this was anything important. This is the building that I just found the door open on. You see they've got like girls' picnic tables. Right over there is where Alex had something run up on him. This is the door that was open. You can still see where people shattered the glass on the ground. You can see where people tagged. That's interesting. But all right, flipping the camera again, guys. So, found third building unintentionally. Pretty cool. I didn't know that it went down that far. Like I knew it had to be something because it's a really short building, but really cool nonetheless. So, I'm actually walking up to where I started because I'm gonna take my still shots. I believe I've got like a 2.5 hour drive home, and I have a podcast that I'm doing tonight. So I've got to hurry up and get running. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the Molly Stark Sanatorium. If you missed it, go back and watch replay. Hashtag replay. Let me know that you saw it. Um, Let me know what you think about it. Should this be converted? It should not be left here to rot away. I just don't understand sometimes. I mean, I understand that there's money involved. I understand that there's budgets. Don't get me wrong. I went to school for business. I got my degree in business. I get it. I don't understand how we can't. All right, I might be looking at the camera wrong because I suck at this. I'm still learning. You guys know I never really do landscape with me looking. But how can you let a historical property go to waste? I mean, like, just like the Lima Tuberculosis Hospital, it's completely collapsing in on itself. And I understand we're not going to be able to save every hospital. I understand we're not going to be able to save every location. But the significance of this one, it's named after a woman she took care of soldiers during the Revolutionary War. I mean, it opened during the Depression, 1929. There's so much to this. And I'm sure that if you were to dig around and find information on the patients that were taken care of that unfortunately died here. See, that's another thing, is that this was a tuberculosis hospital. Where were they buried? Were their bodies burned? Because I know a lot of places, like, they've got, like, Waverly's got the body chutes. A lot of places had, the chutes where the hearses would be waiting, the vehicles would be waiting to take the bodies out a different direction so it would not scare the patients that were still living, due to the amount of the high death rate that was going on in those hospitals. So did this hospital have a body chute? Did it have an area for the ambulances, for the hearses, for the vehicles to come in and pick up the bodies to take them to the morgues? Did they have, furnaces on site besides what I just found? I did, when I was reading the history, it said that there's over 1,200 feet of tunnels underground connecting all these buildings. And there's supposed to be 5. So it just really makes you wonder, like, where's the graveyard? Where's the cemetery? Was there one on site? Like, there's still so much that could be delved into with the Molly Stark Sanatorium. And I challenge you guys. You guys go look it up. You figure it out. Are the hauntings here for real? I think they are. My son had something run up on him. Broad daylight, nobody else around. Outside of this building that I'm standing in front of right now. Insane. If you've got activity like that, I'm sorry, but to me, that's a spirit saying, I'm here. I'm here. Acknowledge me. I'm here. Don't break into my building. Don't destroy my home. But hi. I mean, it could also be a spirit charging because the place has been trashed. It is falling in on itself. It could have been trying to protect its home. There's so many possibilities. I leave it up to you guys. Do your due diligence. Look into this place. Come take a look. It's a public park. I do not suggest breaking and entering. But what you do on your own is on your own when it comes to visiting the park. If you decide to cook out, cook out. So, and there was an open door. I looked in it. I looked in the open windows on the building too. I don't see anything wrong. I didn't climb inside. I didn't walk inside the building. So, I hope everybody has a marvelous Sunday. I'm going to take my still shots. Definitely going to focus over here on the corner of the building where the spirit ran up on Alex. That really, that's so cool. He even thought it was cool. He was like, whoa, Mom. I love that my kids are excited about this like me. So, all right. So, you guys, I'm going to say goodbye. I've got to hurry up and get these stills. I got to walk around that massive tuberculosis hospital right across the parking lot, right over there, and make sure I take my pictures. Hey, Mecca. Hey, Nathan. And hey, Rebecca. I thank you for joining. Thank you for your love and support. Today, I am wrapping up my epic road trip. As soon as I get done with my stills, guys, I am going home for the first. I will be sleeping in my bed for the first time tonight in 2 weeks and 2 days. Twos. The twos are now popping up in my life. I find that interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know much about numbers, but I've been hearing a lot of talk, like a lot of talk lately about numbers and numerology. Numerology. See, I'm tired. I'm not even speaking correctly. There's nobody over there, but there's somebody walking over there. Like, I'm gonna flip the camera. This is so cool. Okay, so it was right here. It was just right here. And it wasn't an animal, you guys. This was like shuffling back here. It was like shuffling, like human shuffling. It was right here. And there's nobody. There's no way in over here. Right here, this is all boarded up. So, same spirit that came up on Alex or different? I'll let you be the judge. All right, my loves, I'm jumping off. Enjoy your day. I'll be taking stills. I'll be posting them across all platforms. And I'll be driving home. So, and I am planning another road trip for the month of October. I will be still driving every weekend. Your girl is not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop. Got Ghost will travel. I'm unstoppable, baby. So, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Chris, that it might be the same one. So, I will see you guys later. Thank you for joining my live. Again, if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay so I know that you saw it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. Do you feel that this is a property that should be preserved? Do you think what ran up on Alex and what I just heard walking in front of that door could be the same spirit? Do you think it's two separate spirits? Do you think we're crazy? I'll even throw that option out there for you. All right, my loves, my boos, my friends, and my family, I will say adieu. I love you. Mwah. Peace. My glow in the dark ghosty nails, they were fun last night during the investigation and on Fridays too, let me tell you. I could have really messed with some people, but I was nice. So, anyways, love you guys. Enjoy your day. And don't forget, get out there and be like Bree.